It's like everything changed, but I still feel the same. I'm just trying to run the motherfucking game. I'm on that.
Alright, today's pre-workout stack, we had a little bit of Ghost left over, so I've added in some water to the actual tub because we can never waste pre-workout. And I've got a white Monster here as well, just to make up for the caffeine, because there wasn't much left in here. I think there was probably roughly 1 scoop. So a total here of around about 300 milligrams of caffeine pre-workout, and the usual snakes to get the carbs in. And today's going to be chest, delts and triceps. So I've got the car detailed today at CBD Car Wash in Port Melbourne. It's a place I go to every time I get it washed, and they do an extremely good job. Relatively good price too. So if you're in the Port Melbourne, South Melbourne, kind of Albert Park area, I would highly recommend going to check them out. They do an awesome job.
It's just you talking to a mic.
Holy shit, this is the best podcast I've listened to in a long time.
I don't have to rely on anybody else because I know sometimes a lot.
Chris D'Elia on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, check it out.
And I don't want to have to...
So with today's post-workout meal, I'm having some turkey breast instead of chicken, with the usual spud lights and plenty of green veg. Before I get into some more work, just watching the Sydney Kings play against Utah Jazz. Jazz have done it pretty comfortably so far. Got my Coke Zero here as well, and salt with this meal. The only condiments I've added was the mustard. But if you haven't tried turkey breast before, give it a go. It's nice and lean, tastes very similar to chicken. What could the delivery be? Here it is. I just stocked up on Swift Supplements Recharge. It's a hydrolyzed whey protein. The guys also sent over a couple of samples of the chocolate flavor, which I already use, but this time around I went with the honeycomb in the tub, so they were kind enough to throw in a couple of chocolates as well. So per serve of this, guys, for those that have been asking, per serve you're getting 34 grams of protein in a 40 gram scoop. As I mentioned, it's hydrolyzed whey protein. It is an Australian made supplement company. They've only got 3 products on their line. So they've got the hydrolyzed whey protein, they've got an amino acids, and they've got a pre-workout supplement. Go and check them out. Their website is in the description below. One of my favorite supplement companies, and definitely one of my favorite tasting proteins, either the chocolate or the honeycomb. So I just tried this new Plus Coffee No Sugar Coke for the first time, and I can confirm it tastes amazing. If you've ever seen online Cali Muscles Hyphy Mud, most people probably wouldn't have tried it because it's pretty stupid, but it actually tastes amazing. So give this a try if you find it in your supermarket or 7-Eleven or wherever. Would highly recommend it. What's up, guys? I was going to do a prep update tomorrow, but I thought I would just go into it now and tell you guys how I'm currently feeling today. It's Monday. I'm 2 weeks out from the ICN Nationals, which is a drug-tested federation. I compete in the men's physique division, which, as most of you would know if you've been keeping up with the vlogs and this series that I've been putting out on YouTube. I've been prepping now for roughly 17 to 18 weeks. So in that period of time, I've been in a slight calorie deficit. As time has gone on, as the weeks have gone on, that deficit has gotten smaller because my maintenance calorie intake has gotten lower. Okay, so my metabolism has slowly dropped as we've dieted. I've done everything I possibly can to keep my metabolism high, which has worked extremely well and allowed me to diet at relatively high calories. But that deficit over time gets smaller because I'm not dropping calories at the same rate all the time to make sure I'm in a huge deficit. I'm just in enough of a calorie deficit and negative energy balance to be losing body fat at a good rate and maintaining muscle mass, trying to maintain my strength levels and training intensity, and also not just become an absolute zombie with my day-to-day life, with work, social life and whatnot. But being 2 weeks out now, I'm the leanest I've ever been. A week after my competition last week, which was the Vic titles, things have kind of leveled back out. I guess the first few days you're running on a bit of a high, a bit of adrenaline. You've had the carbs that have been introduced over the weekend to carb up for the show and whatnot. You feel really good, and then as the week went on last week, my energy levels dropped back down. Strength levels in the gym have still been pretty great. I've been really enjoying my training, but definitely over the past 3 to 4 days, I've really noticed my energy levels drop off. And today in particular, being at work all day, I was just wrecked kind of throughout the whole day. And early too, like I would have my first meal of the day, which is 100 grams of carbohydrates, which is a lot of carbs. But even still, within a couple of hours, I felt like I was drained, and I just didn't feel like I had a great deal of energy. My hydration has been right up there, drinking a lot of fluids, going to the bathroom a lot. With my calories at the moment, so training day macros are roughly protein, I guess around 200 or just above. Carbohydrates 340 to 370, so on leg days are up at 370, on other training days they're 340, and fats are at 55 grams. On my one rest day of the week, my calories are at the lowest point, so proteins only roughly 170 to 180, I think it is. Carbohydrates are down at 230 and fats are at 50. So yesterday was my rest day. My weight is roughly around 77 kilos at the moment. I stepped on stage last week. Well, on comp day I was 76.7. Once I go through this next depletion phase, which will start this weekend, for peak week number 2, my weight will drop a little bit. But at the moment, I guess I'm eating relatively late as well when I get home from work. My weigh-ins are kind of consistent. I'm not too worried about what my weight is. I'm going to do my skin folds tomorrow to make sure that they're still going down, but definitely the leanest I've ever been. And I just wanted to kind of share with you guys the fact that it's not all good. Like, although you kind of look really great when you start to get lean, you do feel shit most of the time. And that's no word of a lie. Once you get to this level of body fat, don't get me wrong, between kind of 10% and 7 or 8%, you feel good majority of the time. You feel great, you look great, you're still performing well in the gym, you're sleeping well, everything's all good. Once you get really low body fat, it's kind of like the better you look, the worse you feel. And that's definitely the case at the moment, but it's only 2 weeks, going to stick it out obviously. There's plenty of worse things. You know, I'm in a better situation than most people in prep because I've taken my approach very smart. I gave myself time to build up my metabolism in the off season, which has allowed me to really nail this prep and get lean on a high amount of calories. But for those that are watching and kind of going like, you know, what's he complaining about? He's still eating a lot of calories. It really doesn't matter how much you're eating. Once you get to a certain level of body fat, everyone's going to feel the same because your body's in that state where it doesn't want to be that lean and wants to put on fat. So, you know, even though my calories may be higher than yours, I'm still feeling pretty much exactly the same as what you are, eating less calories. It's just all relevant to the individual. So that's a quick update. I'll let you know tomorrow what my skin folds are because I'm getting them done in the morning. I'm just cooking up a meal now. Standard behavior. I have the green veg in there, Spud Light down there. I've got chicken that I cooked up earlier, and I also picked up some turkey breast today. So I've got chicken in here, but I'm gonna cook up these turkey breasts tomorrow and start having those. And I'm gonna have not a skinny cow. I've got die brain. I'm gonna have a laughing cow cheese, just one to fit in with my macros for dinner. And today was leg day, so I'll be having a casein shake before bed. And that's it, that's the update. I hope you guys are enjoying the vlog so far.